Hello everyone, my name is SlothFang. Today we have another package, another opening. This one is specifically from, and the one I thought from the driver episode unboxing was, I thought that one was LukieGames, this is what this is. So it's in a decent sized box. I thought it'd be bigger. I don't know why, but I figured that the box would be a little bit bigger. But it's not. It's this. So let's open up the box and see what we have, shall we? Again, I just want to preface by saying LukieGames, Lukie Games. So Luke, but with an IE instead of an E. Games.com. I am not sponsored, or this is not an advertisement. This is me just picking someone that I trust, that I know you're paying for what you're getting, if not more. And they are phenomenal. The customer service is great. I highly recommend them for any retro games outside of your local stores. I know sometimes your local stores for retro games can be horrible. You know, when you think of a game store, usually you think it'd be profound, wonderful. It's not always like that. I, however, have a couple game stores near me. They're all within about an hour. I'd say anywhere from 10 minutes if I'm driving slow, to like 35, 40 minutes. I've got about like 10 stores, maybe, if that, maybe less than that. But anyways, LukieGames amazing. They're out of Florida. They ship for free over like $20, $25. I don't know exactly, so don't quote me on that. But they have pretty much everything up until, I think PS4 is the newest generation that they have. They don't have the new generation. Do they have PS4? I actually don't know. But anything retro, they've got that. They've even got like Neo Geo and things like that. But anyways, moving on to the good stuff. First and foremost, something I've been waiting forever on. Ladies and gentlemen, this is a 1 megabyte memory card for PlayStation. We'll get that in the full view for you. And then also here's the memory card. But yeah, it's tested. It's region free. I made sure I got a legitimate one. There's one where if you hold it, you can scan and go through pages. You're more likely to have what's it called? Corruption of data, things like that. So I've got my games in here. We're going to, let's see. Okay, first off, it's NASCAR 98. I remember as a kid playing this. Let's see if we can get that tag out of the way. NASCAR 98, and it was starting off with flirting with disaster, but no, it's just the surround sound kicking in, the car's acceleration building up, the cars flying by. If you don't know what I'm talking about, look up NASCAR cars flying by, and them just going down the track and boom, 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 boom. That sound is the cars flying by at like close to, if not greater than 200 miles per hour. That's, American terms. And I'd watch as a kid every now and then NASCAR because it was a cool car driving sport. They're going so fast, usually an oval, but there are other tracks. They don't always go left, but they usually go left. There's all these jokes and whatnot. Oh, go in circle, turn left. Yeah. Jeff Gordon was one of my favorite, and he's actually on the very front. Jeff Gordon is number 24. He's now since retired, I believe. I haven't watched in years, but I'd look up every now and then information. Was my favorite when I was in the Boy Scouts. I actually painted a couple different times. 2 different color schemes with the help of my dad, because I was a kid at the time, and kids don't always do the greatest job, but they've got a great imagination. And I'm like, I want to look like Jeff Gordon, this one. And it was where the front was red and then blue, and it kind of had the flames on the front. It was a DuPont model, I believe, which is actually on the, now I see there the cover, I believe. He also had a Pepsi one, because he was hugely sponsored by Pepsi, and all this other stuff. So it was really wonderful. There's kind of that combination of multiple things interacting: video games, real life sports, and Boy Scouts. It was the Pinewood Derby. You go down this long ramp down and see who finished first based on, aerodynamics and weight and all that. Super, super fun and exciting. Now this next one, this case is a little bit bigger than I expected. So NASCAR was just a disc. The rest of the games I got, so usually they just do like this, like it's either this disc jewel case or it's in like a yellow one, if you will, that's kind of a paper manila. But as of late, I've noticed they've gone with just these jewel cases. But it's usually only a couple dollars more, unless there's a really rare instance. But on average, from what I've experienced every single time, when I've wanted to get a complete, where it's the manual, it's the disc, it's the case and all that, It's only been a few dollars more. So this is PlayStation 1's Namco Museum, Volume 1. So it includes Pac-Man, what is this game? Galaga, Rally X, Pole Position, and Bosconian. I got it for two things. It comes with new Rally X, and Toy Pop. No, I got it for Pac-Man and Galaga. An arcade game that my dad introduced me and he really enjoyed playing was Galaga. We go to like different like bar and grills and whatnot that would have pool tables, which I love playing. You know, billiards if you're not familiar with the term pool. Not swimming. The cue ball and then the racket balls. Playing pool was phenomenal, and oftentimes they would have pinball machines in like an arcade machine or two. And one of those arcade machines usually was Pac-Man. Pac-Man's a classic. Everyone agrees with that. Pac-Man is a staple to arcades. So if you think Pac-Man, there's also Miss Pac-Man and all that. But most importantly to me was my dad showed me Galaga. And you're this soul ship fighting off this fleet of ships, of like these bug ships coming down. And they had and each color coded, like the red and yellows would zigzag down, and some would go and some would just come straight down, and others would just go crazy. And you're shooting, and you could get power-ups and a twin ship, so it was two of them and different ways shooting. It was so much fun. And there was tricks to, like, there's bonus rounds where they would swoop in, but in like a grand, either a really wide slalom like, or they'd be a really tight slalom. And if you'd get in specific spots, depending on that, you could just rapid fire, and it would destroy all of them, and you get an extra bonus on the bonus, which was super, super fun. Speaking of Namco Volume 2, I did not get because there's one rare game on there. I don't know if it's Mappy or whatever it is, but it's super expensive. These were all like under like $20 for the most part, if not $5, which is a fair pricing. Most of these games back in the day were about $30 to $40, $50, if that. Greatest hits usually were at minimum $20 unless you found them, that was like brand new at like Kmart, your general retailers. I say Kmart because that was a few times where we got games. It was Kmart. I enjoyed going to Kmart's electronics aisle over Walmart. I don't know why, but just the Kmart stuff had so much cool stuff. And then sadly, the Kmart closed in the area where I grew up, and so which is a shame. It's open in other areas, but then I hear it's forced closing everywhere, but it's not. But it is. I don't know. It's a mess business, The third one has Galaxian, Miss Pac-Man, Pole Position 2, The Tower of Draga, Fozon, and Dig Dug. Galaxian is a continuation, if you will, and we'll do a video on these actual games sometime per disc, as I mentioned in the last unboxing. But Galaxian's like Galaga, but more. Miss Pac-Man is an updated version of Pac-Man. Better, not better. It's kind of a up to debate on that. Pole Position 2, all in the same. Dig Dug was a game where it's actually in Stranger Things Season 2. Yeah, Season 2, which was cool. And I really enjoyed the game. I'll actually show the back here for you. If we can. There we go. Get my face out of the way if it'll. Oh. And on the front of the case. And then if you open it up, which I really love the manual, how the manual looks. But the Tower of Draga is you're going through a tower and you're going through, let's see, where you're going through the tower to save the princess or whatever. It reminds me of a way of like an early like version of essentially what Shadow of the Colossus is, which is kind of interesting to say. But I really, really enjoyed Tower of Draga. I never really beat it, but so close. What's cool is you actually, if I remember right, you actually go into a 3D museum for these two games. Well, this game series. And in the process, by doing that, you then pick the arcade cabinets, and you can choose all the options, no extra charge. Become a real arcade operator without wearing the tool belt and overalls. Control game difficulty, the number of lives the player starts with, extra lives, etc. simply by adjusting each game's dip switch. The dip switch is a little metal toggle that it had like 2 positions, sometimes 3. Each game has its own room displaying the artifacts arcade fans love to absorb. See the original arcade marquees, motherboards, marketing materials, and character graphics. You get all the graphics, sounds, and gameplay of the original coin-op hits. The exact arcade translation, authentic in every detail. And I believe both of these are 1 to 2 players. Yeah, they say both 1 to 2 players. I believe there's 5 volumes. I could be wrong. Look it up. But super cool, super fun. I got this game. It's 1 to 4 players, and it's putter golf. Just because I really enjoy mini golf. Out of all the sports, I love hockey. I absolutely adore hockey. It's a phenomenal sport, and I play it a little bit. But my main thing is mini golf, putt-putt, whatever you want to call it. Take the finest pastime of miniature golf and add the... I don't know what that back says because there's a sticker here. Zany characteristics of video games, and you get putter golf. Perhaps the most challenging mini golf simulation ever made. As of 2001, though. 1 to 4 players compete on courses that defy gravity, bend physics, and offer multiple mind benders to the art of using a putter. Conveyor belts, warp holes, bounce shock fences, and much more add an all-new level of gameplay to the... I was like all... to the classic American sport. Well, I'm bored reading. No, I'm kidding. Putter golf. I mean, who doesn't love mini golf, you know? And someone's gonna comment, I actually hate mini golf. It's like golf, but worse. No, mini golf's great. You have all these cool... I always bring it up. There's this place near where my mom grew up that wasn't too far from where I grew up, you know. And in Southern Illinois. And they had this mini golf course attached to like a golf range where you just, you know, you hit the ball down this range and it's a golf range. Anyways, and I remember going, and as I got closer to being a teenager, as a young adolescence, my young adolescence age, I don't know words. Do word goods. Quote of the day. I'm like, oh, cool. And like they were redoing the pond. They were like, yeah, there's gonna be this waterfall for this one course, which they had one, but they didn't have the big one or the smaller one at the end. And there's this bridge that's gonna move up and down, all this cool stuff. And they did a couple of things and just never did it. Like the actual, like the water area, they never did. Like, oh, we're gonna get it over this summer. And I'm like, As a teenager, we went a couple times, and it was just eh. And then the grass is supposed to be flat so you can hit the ball. When instead it rippled, so it was like, I'm like, I'm hitting the ball straight shot. Should be a hole in one, and then veers off. And I'm like, it's one thing if like it dipped down because that's how it's, you know, the leveling of it. But no, it was just like, sorry. And so what would have been, you know, par 3 was a par 8 for me. And Daniela and Zach, you know, Chips Ahoy and Slant, they were just like, wow. And so we went to one nearby, and it was a pretty cool experience. Over in St. Louis, by the old train station, they revamped it and made it like a not necessarily an arcade, but like an amusement park, I guess would be the closest word. They have a Ferris wheel, they have mini golf, they have a zip line, they have you get tethered up on your backs and you walk in the air on these different like things, like obstacle course in the air, all this sort of stuff. And there's an aquarium there too. And whatnot, and it was super cool going there. It's like, wow. And I wish we had one on the other side of St. Louis, on the Illinois side. I think they still call it Metro East, because that's where I'd grown up, was in that area, and I just don't see it there. It's all in Missouri and St. Louis and whatnot. Otherwise, you have to drive up north a few hours to get anything like that. Hiccup. The next one is Driver. The criminal underworld has accepted you as one of their own. You are a getaway driver for hire, speeding through the streets of real cities with working traffic systems, pedestrians, and motorists on the street and cops on patrol. You are the best driver in the criminal community. You are the wheelman. Unfolding storyline of intriguing deception, real car physics, and damage modeling brought to you by the creators of Destruction Derby 1 and 2, real cities, Los Angeles, New York, San Francisco, and Miami. All with recognizable landmarks and working traffic systems. Over 40 missions of high-speed action. And then this is one player. This came out, 99, so I was close. But yeah, so here's what the back looks like. And then... need a hint, 1-900 call to GT. And then it's like blank seconds, cents per seconds. But there's like a roadmap of, I don't know where it is. And then the top of this disc looks like, I don't know, it's weird. I don't know if you can see it. But yeah, like there's like this like, I want to clean it up, but at the same time I don't know if it can come off of it. Driver, you are the wheelman. And because a couple of the games I have overall are more than 2 players, because there's 2 slots, I thought, oh, I need to get a Sony, whatchamacallit, multi-tap. let's take it out of the bag, shall we? So you can get a better look. Alright, so you have slot A, slot B, and how it goes is memory cards top and then control port. I'm repeating, C and D. Right now I only have 2 controllers, so I don't necessarily need this now, but I am looking to get up to 8 controllers total. Looking at like the clear controllers and whatnot, trying to do pairings so that you have the dual analog sticks, gray, and then you have clear green, clear blue, and I guess clear red or something. I don't know, something like that. I love the blue, green, and the reds, but the blue and greens especially. I had, especially on the PS2, I had a transparent clear, kind of like how the N64 was a see-through color, but PlayStation controllers, so the PS2 was green, and I had one that was blue, and they were both phenomenal. I don't know where they're, probably some of my mom's. I probably just left them there, you know. But yeah, I plugged in to the slot, and then you attach the controllers, and that was that. But yeah, I've got a memory card. I need to get more. I do have more games coming in. The next video, I'm gonna wait on both of them. Should be sometime next week. Well, by the time this uploads, it'll be that week. So we're recording it on a Saturday, and it'll be about like between Tuesday and Thursday of next week that those will come in. So probably Monday. I'll have this uploaded Monday, so a couple days after this recording, this will go up. And then what I'll do is then whenever those 2 games come in, I say 2 games, but they're a bundle kit thing. You'll understand when you see it. But yeah, I'm excited for that. That'll be up on Friday, and that's pretty much it for unboxing for a while. I really don't know if I have any other games. Like, the last time I bought a game besides all this was, I think, Nintendo Switch Sports. Or am I thinking of something else? Hold on. I think that might be it. But yeah, anyways, that's it. Definitely doing some buying of PlayStation 1 games. I have some ideas regarding PlayStation 1 and other, retro consoles. Coming up soon. I didn't realize I had the curtain was open, so I do apologize for that. I'll get that corrected for next time. But anyway, my name is SlothFang. Thanks for watching. If you made it this far, tell me which one of those games you think is cool. If there's an arcade game that you played, anything like that, you tell me. Hey, what's a game that you played that you really enjoyed? I know last time I asked what's your favorite game, but this time, what's the game you enjoyed? Doesn't have to be your favorite. Could be your least favorite, but you're like, but I enjoyed it. So yeah. I'd say my game, the game that I enjoy right now, Galaga. Galaga is just so much fun, and the soundtrack to it, the sounds, effects, and everything else, and the overall experience. It's a game I really bonded with my dad on. Between that and working on cars and all that, it was a fun childhood. But anyway, my name is SlothFang. I hope you all have a great day, and remember, you're amazing, you're beautiful, you're inspiring. You may not know it now, but you'll know it soon enough. Take care.